Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode with Natasha and Summer. I am super excited to introduce to some and present to others my phenomenal mortgage broker. She is going to be talking today about, drum roll everyone, affordable housing with manufactured homes. Yes, you can get financing for a manufactured home, and we've got creative solutions to help you. One of the biggest challenges we see right now in the Metro Atlanta area is just affordable housing. So what would it look like if you can purchase a piece of land, combine that with the purchase of a manufactured home that you and your family will be able to occupy, all within an affordable price? So with that said, Summer, talk to us first. First of all, there's various ways to purchase. What is a manufactured home? Let's just start with the definition of what a manufactured home is, and then we're going to talk about what the process is for getting financing for a manufactured home.
The manufactured home pretty much is just like any other house, except instead of some lumber and everything being brought to the property and then constructed, you are typically seeing two pieces of a house brought to the land and to the property, and then they are pieced together and made into one, and then they are a full house. And these manufactured homes nowadays, I mean, they have the granite countertops, they have the wood, you can do like a wood burning fireplace, you can do the gas range if you want. I mean, they have so many options nowadays, and they are honestly really nice. It's kind of crazy, and most people don't think about that when they think of manufactured homes, but they are gorgeous nowadays.
Well, that is, and as we're looking at affordability, I think it's an affordable solution for individuals looking to purchase something, but they are looking to still have something that is livable and nice. Because what I've told people is, like, finding anything that's livable under $250 in Atlanta is really hard.
Very difficult.
And you have to put some TLC into it to get it to where you want to. And you can get a relatively nice home with square footage that you're needing, upgrades that you're wanting, like the granite countertops and the laminate flooring, etc., in a manufactured home and deliver. So what does a buyer need to do or have in place in order to secure one of these deals? What kind of credit? Is there any down payment? What do we need to get in place for us to purchase one of these?
Yeah, so if you are looking to do what I call a land home package, where you find land, you get the home, we put them all together in one loan, and then in a construction loan, and then the home is brought to that land that you picked out and all of that stuff. The options you have are, honestly, you can do a USDA loan, which, as we know from the last video, hopefully y'all watched that one, is 0% down. You can do FHA, which is 3.5% down. And those are my top two that I do, but we can also do VA, which is also 0% down. Typically, we don't do conventional on these, but we can. But the FHA option, again, does not have any payments through the construction period. So it makes it really easy for people to be renting somewhere, or, have another home that they're living in or what have you, and not have to worry about trying to pay that rent or that mortgage on top of the construction interest on draw payments and all of that stuff.
That is relatively cool. So if they don't have the land and they need to purchase the land, can you roll that all into the package in terms of purchasing as well?
Yep, that's what a land home package would be.
Okay.
So we have just the home, and then we have land and home. And then those loans for the FHA, it's a 620 minimum credit score, 3.5% down. If you have land already, we can use that for down payment and closing costs. A lot of the time I can roll in a builder credit to cover closing costs, depending on who the manufactured home builder is or manufactured home dealer is. I use a company up here in Jasper very often, and they deliver all over Georgia, and they're really easy to work with, and if I need a builder credit, they make it happen.
Nice. That's awesome. So, I see that as a great solution. I love USDA because a lot of times you can find a great piece of land. You can purchase 5 acres or something in the USDA area, and you could put a manufactured home on there. What can you see typically? I mean, these can be like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, or
Yep.
what have you seen typically with your experience with manufactured homes?
Yeah, so a lot of them are 3-bed, 2-bath, or 4-bed, 2 to 3-bath. That's typically what we are seeing being purchased right now. A lot of families, new families, first-time home buyers. But we also get a lot of people trying to downsize, retire. Their kids have gone off to college and they don't need the big extravagant home anymore, and they just want to, live their life. Yeah.
Yeah, simplify. I mean, I love downsizers because, just that not needing that 4,000 square feet and going into something that's 1,800 to 2,000 square feet will be just optimal enough on 3 acres or 2 acres, or even an acre might be something that they're looking for. So talk to me a little bit about what's the price point you've seen for some of these properties. They vary, of course, based on amenities, etc. So what's kind of the range you've seen? Because I know you've done quite a few of these.
Yeah, so obviously the land is a huge factor. That's honestly probably the biggest factor, because obviously an acre versus 5 acres, that's a huge cost difference. And then if you decide to buy a house that's on a mountain, or buy a land that's on a mountain, you may have to blow up part of that mountain to get a home up there, and that's obviously very expensive. Don't suggest doing that. Also, between, do you need a well? Do you need septic? Is there city water? How far back on your property do you want the home to be? So that's how far everything has to be, electricity has to be ran and all of that. So really, the land is kind of the first step, other than getting pre-approved, of course. But figuring out the land so we can figure out how much do you need in grading? Are there a million trees on this land? Do they have to be taken down? And all of that stuff, because obviously there's cost to all of it. Getting a perk test is also huge. So, how big of the house can you be putting on this land? Does it accept a well? Can it have a septic tank and all of that stuff? So it really starts with the land. And then from there, picking the house. The house themselves are typically, they can be 80,000, 90,000, pretty low. It's typically the well. If you need a well, they're pretty expensive, but it's also rolled into the loan, so don't worry. The septic and all of that, getting all of that done, you're typically looking around, 5-acre lot is typically what we see, probably looking at $250 to $300 for like one of the top end homes.
That is still pretty reasonable, because if you look at a 5-acre lot with a traditional home, we're starting at $350, right?
Right.
So if we're looking at something that's more affordable, to give you an affordable solution, that's a brand new home, that may be something to consider. So how long do these loans take to close? From the beginning to end, how long is that general process?
So once you've picked out the land and we've kind of figured out the grading quotes and all of that good stuff, you'll go under contract with the dealer on, what all of that's going to cost. They'll give us a breakdown of it. You're obviously, if you don't already have the land, you're going to have to go under contract on the land as well. From there, you're normally looking at 45 to 60 days. We're closing. The manufactured homes, what I personally love about it is your construction time is 2 to 3 months. Depending on the county, typically. So you're not waiting 6 to 12 months to be moving into this house. You can be getting there pretty quickly.
So is there a permitting process and all that stuff you have to go through with this as well?
So the dealer deals with most of that. Unless you already own the land, then you would deal with it. But if you don't, then the dealer deals with it. And they'll make sure that, the perk test works out for the house that you want, and the septic can be the size that you need for the home that you want, and so on and so forth.
Awesome. Well, Summer, thank you again for such insightful information. Listen, very few lenders, and actually she's the only one I know, I'll be honest, that does loans on manufactured homes. In fact, a lot of lenders shy away from it. So if you're looking for a cost-effective solution to help meet you and your family's needs, we would love to help you accomplish that goal. Reach out to myself or Summer today, and we'll be able to help guide you along the process of either finding the land, because that's what a real estate agent does, and then getting that home on the land. So with that said, I'm Natasha Ewing Johnson, your real estate strategist, always providing you solutions to help you achieve your real estate goals.